What's up, guys? Welcome back for another Solo Omega episode. Today, we're doing some pretty simple stuff. Like, I'm just grabbing some ice, just try to help out with some of the fuel. I usually try to do this like once or twice a week, nothing too crazy. I'm not really making fuel blocks right now, but having the extra isotopes and for jumping, which is kind of self-sufficient. This is my normal setup. I'm running like an Orca with a Hulk alt, which is basically just my Sino alt, but nothing too basic here. And what I'm doing is I'm dragging. I essentially have two cargo hold expanders to bring my speed down, and then a Higgs anchor. And so at full speed, we're moving at like 13 meters a second, aligned to POS. And so basically, I'm just slow dragging through, and then I basically just mine as much as I can in pretty much one run. I usually do like one drag run when I go. That's usually good enough to like kind of keep up on the isotopes. As far as my goal for today, probably there's a lot of signatures. I still have to scan them down. I haven't gone through and scanned anything this morning, but we're gonna go through that and see if we can find some stuff to rat. Might have to take Tengu out and do some noms, but yeah, hopefully we'll have a productive day. Yesterday was all right. I'm still in the process of exporting a lot of the goods and everything. So once we get that to Vegeta, I'll take you guys over there and we'll sell all that stuff and get. I would prefer to keep most of my value, most of my net worth in either Plex or Liquidisc. Plex usually, if I get over like 10 bill, I usually convert it to Plex because it just has a little bit better long term growth as far as low. Because ISK doesn't actually go up in value, so I try to like hold a lot of the net value in Plex if I can. But we're gonna kind of show you guys what I'm doing here, and hopefully do some more interesting stuff today. So I'm gonna be making some additions to the channel membership. I've had a long running Discord for a while. I haven't really been using it a whole lot, so I'm gonna be adding Discord as a perk for the channel membership. This will allow you to ask questions a little bit easier, and I can answer questions a lot easier anyway when it comes to Discord than on comments and stuff like that, because I know a lot of you guys who are following along with the Solo Omega or even like the Alpha project or something like that might have questions that would be better suited for a Discord level interaction. I'm also planning on a wormhole exploration series that's going to be coming out soon, and that'll be an exclusive member only series that I'll start putting up probably in the next few days or so, and things like that. I'm still kind of working on this ice mining, as you can tell. We're literally got like 9, or once we fill up this Hulk, we're actually done. But I just want to kind of like give you a little bit more detail about this. Obviously, like you can have more alts doing this with the Hulk, and you can actually like get the Orca filled up even quicker. I usually only mine enough to fill up the Orca completely, and since I'm not sieging, I'm not compressing on field. This system doesn't have compression in it, so what I end up doing is, I'll show you when we're done here, is once I actually get to POS, then we'll just siege up, compress everything, and then I'll basically dock this setup in the fort. Another thing I do is I actually store this Hulk in the Orca itself, and then she has a shuttle that gets swapped out. So once we get to POS, she can basically just store the Hulk, swap into her shuttle, and be able to go wherever she needs to go. And then the Orca basically stays in this system since it doesn't have jump capability or anything like that. And that's like the limited feature. I mean, like Orca in Null is pretty much like a brick, right? Like I tend to like have ships that can move around via jump and carry my stuff with me, but the Orca is just one of those things that just makes a little more sense for drag mining than a Rourke. I'm probably going to eventually replace this with my Rourke, just because sieged boost is essentially the same as Rourke unsieged boost, and also you get more space and everything like that. If I do add more alts to this kind of setup, then that'll be kind of the strategy. You probably have 2 or 3 Hulks behind the Rourke and just do one drag pass every day just to keep on isotopes. I haven't been jumping a whole lot lately. I'm selling my Thani, selling my Phoenix, stuff like that. So really the only jump fuel capable ships I have left are just Rourke and the Rhea, and I don't jump the Rhea around too much, and I still have quite a bit of ice scopes, so I basically do one drag through this every week. Alright, so she is done. So I'll kind of show you how this drag works. Like, we're about to just warp off because we're completely full. And so they're already been aligned to pause anyway, so I'm basically just going to warp fleet to 0. Since the Orko is already going full speed, then it just takes off immediately. And then the Hulk will be like just shortly behind. As you can see here in the maintenance bay, I've got her shuttle, so she'll swap out and store that once we actually get her emptied out. I've got boost turned off just so it's good to go. That means by the time I get back to the port, everything is situated. Do a reload on those. The expanded cargo holds are literally on here just to bring the speed down because we want to go really, really slow. And we want to go full speed. So our full speed is 13 meters a second, which means that we were basically on the same rock. We have like a 35 or 34k range with that Hulk get boosted. And so we were able to stay on that same rock for like 40 minutes, right, to get all this. Obviously, if you siege up, you have a little bit better return on that. So now that we're in the POS, we are going to make sure we're all out of warp and everything. I'm going to siege up. I'm going to go and red it. I'm going to go compression on. And I'm just going to go ahead and start compressing all this stuff. And when I get ready to like move ice out of system, I literally just bring the Rhea in, and when I have a really good amount. This is the last bit here from the Hulk. So that's a full run is 291 for what I'm doing right now. I don't mind it being a little bit slower than normal because I really don't like running too many alts. It's kind of obnoxious. Now we're going to swap out her Hulk with her shuttle. As you can see here, she's swapping out. And now the Hulk is stored here. And then she'll be in her shuttle. And we're basically good to go. At this point, I'm just going to go park the Orca. And I'm going to take her back. And we're essentially just waiting for... I got to get stuff over to Jita. And I'll kind of show you guys how I liquidate or like sell stuff in Jita. Not super complicated, but we got a lot to sell once we get over there. So we'll be doing that. And then also I'll be converting ISK over to Plex because that's how I hold high value. And I actually benefited a lot from that way before the price increase. I basically took every amount of asset that I had, turned it into ISK, and then turned it into Plex. And then once the Plex actually went up in value, I made substantial returns on that. All right, so here we are in Jita. I'm going to be selling all of this stuff that we exported out to here, and then basically just turn it all into Plex, which is kind of normally how I just hold things. But I don't even necessarily wait for like buy orders. I don't necessarily put up sell orders to do this stuff. Like most of this stuff just gets sold directly, you know, pretty simply. But also another update too is we got they changed the referral link, the way the referral link works for the 1 million SP. So right now you can actually use that code even on existing accounts to retroactively get the 1 million. So if you know you have an account that's never used like a friend code or whatever, then you can use that link in the description and get that 1 million free, which is pretty cool. Actually, I was able to get the 1 million on my main doing it that way. So, but like selling is not necessarily that big of a deal, but we have a lot of SIGs over there and all that we gotta go through. Probably go through those in the next episode. This one, I want to keep this video kind of short because of like the logistics and kind of how everything works. All I'm really doing here is going to be selling all this stuff and then, you know, put up buy orders for Plex with the amount of ISK that I've got. I usually keep like 3 bill on me if I can. But yeah, if you haven't used one of those referral links on your character and you want that 1 million skill points, then yeah, hit that link in the description and just choose login instead of create. And that'll definitely speed up for training. 5 billion. That's the only thing that takes a long time here is just waiting for the buy list to populate. We're about 5.5 billion on this list right now. We'll basically let it go all the way through, and then we're gonna have some stuff we're gonna have to sell. Like as far as quantities and stuff like that. Won't be able to sell it all in one fell swoop, but we should get about 8 or so when we go through it all. Some of these quantities and stuff like that. Like there's no buy orders at all for Macoxus rigs. Whatever I can't sell, usually I just kind of like leave in Jita and then do something with it. Like there's the BPCs and like the research BPOs I'll make contracts for, which is a little bit more involved. It takes a while to get rid of that kind of stuff, but go ahead and I want to make this first sell go way through. We're still going through items. We had like 200 something items. I think that was it. Going to sell. All right, that puts us at 15 a bill. So there's still quite a bit here. We usually don't export this much. Like we kind of like waited a long time to pull stuff out of null, so it's usually a lot quicker than this. Like I said, this is the slowest part. What we'll have is when we get everything sold, we'll basically have blueprints left over, which I'll go through and make contracts for that stuff, like rattlesnake blueprints and things like that. But we should, let's see. I'm hoping we can be close to like 17 bill when we get everything sold. We'll be able to convert that into quite a bit of Plex. All these skins and stuff. I think in the next episode, we're going to be working on just leaning a lot into scanning and relics. I managed to get a couple of skills done that further increases my scan capability, which is really nice. And just doing like probably a noms. I'm a big fan of like just the activities that I know I can log in and do without any real randomness to it. Like complexes and stuff like that are great, like cosmic sites and stuff like that, or combat sites, but they're not always there, right? But like anomalies, you can always just go out there and just kind of grind them out. This is 1.6. Puts us at 16.7. You can see we still got quite a bit of stuff here. We should be at least 17, I would think. A lot of this is just random junk from sites. We have 700. We'll be at 17 for sure. Almost through the list. Imagine if you had to do this individually, it'd be insane. Right, it's about 600. But really, that's the only thing that's left. I can't believe there's no buy orders for these. There's not a single buy order, which will just hang out and wait. All these BPCs and BPOs will all get sold as contract. I'll probably come back in a little while and put those in, and then also convert everything over to Plex. Which basically all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set a buy order that's gonna be competitive, and I'm just gonna convert that probably 15 billion worth into Plex and hold it that way. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like I said, we have some new series coming out for members only, the Wormhole Exploration series, which will be coming out within the next few weeks. And then if you haven't used a referral link in the past, you can use that with existing accounts. So check that link in the description and claim your 1 million SP. But we'll do a bunch of scanning and combat knobs in the next episode. Now that we've got everything exported, we've got kind of everything situated, and hopefully make even more going forward. So peace out.